first bit we need is to be able to define which data we're going to use in our template, and that's the data pipelining bit. Again, I apologize for the beautiful names we're coming up with. So data pipelining is basically a script, OS data, open social data. The information we want is, in this case, we're going to do an HTTP request to our own server, and we're going to download songs. And in the next step, we're going to use the information that's returned by it, and we're going to say, hey, this is a song URL, I want to show the album thumbnail, etc., etc. So you can take the data that's generated by the data definition and use it in a templating form. And finally, the next interesting bit is that not only are we adding technology to the platform, but the platform is going to a lot of new and sometimes unexpected places as well. And that's interesting because it's an API, and an open API that can be used by anyone makes it extra interesting. Like MS-DOS, it wasn't a perfect system, but just by every computer using the same API meant that everybody could create an application and run it on any computer. And Open Social is becoming the API like Microsoft DOS or Windows for the social web. So in Google, for instance, we're adding gadgets to a lot of our properties, for instance, in Gmail. And the example I'm using here is Atlassian. Atlassian is the author of a system called Giro. It's a bug tracker, an issue tracker that a lot of open source users, I'm sure, are used to. And they made a little gadget that integrates with their system. So right from your Gmail, you can say, hey, I got an email with a bug report, I'm going to create a bug for it. Or I'm going to query if it's already listed in the system. A great integration of services that isn't the classical social model, but it's still a really nice way of using it as a platform of extending functionality. Likewise, they've said in Giro itself, in the 4.0 version, we're going to add open social support to it. So the people who want to extend our products, and maybe they want to add visualization to it, maybe they want to add a different bug tracker or any other CRM integration, or anything else you want to do as an end customer, you can add to it using this open standard. Likewise, Google Calendar, we got a few extra APIs to deal with things like time and who's invited, but it's the same gadget standard. And we're using the same gadget standard in the Wave as well. Sure that a couple of people here saw it in the demo earlier in the keynote. If you want to add functionality to Wave, there's two ways of doing it. You can make a robot or you can make a gadget. And the gadget's specification is that from Open Social. So it's the same API again. It's the same programming model. Which means that if you understand Open Social, you can extend all these different platforms. Now, I've covered quite a bit here. A lot of different concepts. So if you want to know more about it, the best place to go is opensocial.org. We've got tens and tens of articles and videos on it, so it's a great way to learn more. And also, if you don't mind listening to English, every year we have the Google I/O conference in San Francisco with 4,000 developers getting together, doing a thing like a developer day here. And we do a lot of social sessions there as well. This was from this year. So a lot of deep dives into other topics about Google Friends Connect, about how to make fast social applications, and a lot of interesting topics we recorded on video, and you can find here. And there's a lot of other interesting sessions as well, so it's a great resource to go to anyway. So with that, I'm at the end of my Open Social talk, and I'd like to go to questions.